Longer silence. I said, Mr. Hargrove. Did my brother show you any of this documentation? He said, I'll need to review my client's file. I said, you do that. And while you're reviewing, tell your client that if this lawsuit is filed, my attorney will respond with a counterclaim for the $6,200 in van repairs, $3,800 in credit card charges, and $14,000 in stolen materials that resulted from his negligence. That's $24,000 he owes me. Plus attorney fees. Plus damages to my business reputation if this frivolous claim becomes public. Tell him to do the math. Then tell him to drop it. He said, are you threatening my client? I said, I'm informing you of documented facts. If that feels like a threat, your client's case is weaker than you think. Have a good day, Mr. Hargrove. I hung up. Called my attorney before my coffee got cold. Let me back up. Because this didn't start with a phone call. It started 15 years ago in a garage that smelled like motor oil and bad decisions. My name is Barrett Locke. 38. I own Locke Mechanical. Commercial HVAC. Industrial refrigeration. Clean room climate systems. 23 employees. $3.4 million in annual revenue. 3 service vans. An office building I own outright. A client list that includes 2 hospitals, a pharmaceutical lab, and a data center. My brother Dominic is 35. He owns nothing. Has nothing. Lives in a rental he's 2 months behind on. Drives a car with a check engine light that's been on since the Obama administration. Works part-time at a shipping warehouse. $15.50 an hour. When he shows up. Which is about 70% of the time based on what his roommate told my cousin. We are not the same. My father Hank started Locke Mechanical in 2004. Small operation. Residential HVAC. Furnace repairs. AC installs. 1 van. 2 employees. Him and a guy named Sal who'd been doing duct work since the Carter administration. Hank was good at the work. Bad at the business. Didn't keep books. Didn't file quarterly taxes. Didn't carry the right insurance. By 2009 the company was $80,000 in debt and Hank's health was failing. Bad heart. Years of crawling through attics and crawl spaces. His knees were gone. His back was held together by ibuprofen and stubbornness. I was 23 when Hank called me and said, Barrett, I'm going to lose the company. I've been working for a large mechanical contractor in the city. Making $62,000. Learning the commercial side. Learning how to bid contracts. How to manage payroll. How to keep the IRS from showing up at your door. I said, show me the books. He said, there aren't really books. I said, show me whatever you have. He had a shoebox. Literally. Invoices, receipts, and tax forms stuffed into a Nike shoebox. Some had coffee stains. One was partially burned because he'd used it as a coaster near the stove. I spent 3 weeks organizing his financial disaster. Found $80,000 in debt. $34,000 in unpaid taxes. $12,000 in overdue insurance premiums. Revenue of $140,000 a year against expenses of $160,000. He was losing $20,000 a year and didn't know it because he'd never added the numbers. I told my father the truth. I said, you have 2 options. Close the company and declare bankruptcy. Or let me take over, restructure everything, and try to save it. But if I take over